I said come closer. I didn't mean like jump on top of me.
What?
I didn't mean jump on top of me.
Why are you talking?
Oh, sorry. Come on, give me a little bit of space, please.
Why?
You're like right on me.
I wanted to get in there.
Come on.
Okay, well, what?
We are on the Wi-Fi. Hello, guys. How we doing?
Not cool.
Kirsty, how you doing? You alright? Long
Afternoon.
yeah. And a bit of a bummer.
Bit of a bum.
Bit of a bummer. Not a good day today for in the Smithy family household. Good evening, guys. How we all doing? How is everyone? So we'll let.
What is that? Oh, can we just puff that up a little bit? Oh, that's better.
Is that better?
I can back off. Oh, sorry.
Mate, please,
Sorry,
come on. You're not on me. So, Jess been working hard. What's Nick been...
I've been sleeping.
I haven't been sleeping at all. Wish I had. So, we had a meeting with the school, as a lot of you know, from the live earlier today. And not great news, really.
It is good and it isn't good.
Well, it's good because... So, Bells is really... Well, so, bit of a backstory. Bells is a year and a half behind at school and is really struggling to get in, to get the work done. What
and
doesn't
to
help...
understand it.
What doesn't help is we think, well, we know she's a bit like me.
Yes.
So we're getting her tested and things in place to help, but she's been sent to isolation 15 times in the last... It's not isolation.
It's time out.
It's time out.
Which...
15 times in the last 10 days at school. So the school is quite a strict school. So you get 2 warnings and then you go to isolation, but you can get a warning for wearing your skirt too high, not having the correct uniform on, or not wearing the uniform correctly. And we all know what the young girls at school are like. They want to roll their skirts up, and so she very quickly gets warnings and sent out. But what doesn't help is Bells' attention span is like mine, especially when she's not interested or doesn't have an understanding of something.
Yeah, I think if she's not understanding, which means she's not interested, if that makes sense. I think because it's so hard for her, she loses interest and she starts fiddling and diddling and doing things.
And then they'll ask her not to, like, she'll play with a rubber. We think there's a bit of...
She's constantly fiddling. Like in the meeting today, she was constantly like this, hand over hands, and playing with a ring. And
she's definitely on the spectrum of something. So, and we're getting her assessed. We're gonna do it privately because it's quite long to do it any other way. But it got a little bit worse the other day, and there was a situation, and now she's been suspended. So, but it's all down to her getting frustrated and not understanding or being able to keep up with what everyone else is doing. She just goes, I know exactly, I remember it when I was at school and how I was, and you know, the good thing moving forwards is there's so much more that the school are going to do to help. So,
but I just don't understand why it's taking them so long for them to pull through with this.
I mean, alarm bells should have been ringing when you see 15 isolations, or sorry, not isolate. Is it isolations?
It's time out.
Whatever, RTLs in the space of 10 days. So, but you know, it's the first term for year 7, so that, you know, they've got a lot of pupils to look through and see who needs what help and bits like that.
Don't get me wrong, they are supporting her, but the incident that happened, we can understand why.
Yeah,
it happened, like why they made that decision. It's not something that should have happened, but it doesn't also help the hormones, and I'm not making excuses for her, I kind of am because she's my daughter. But hormones don't help at all.
I'm deleting someone's message. Sorry for deleting your comment, but please don't name any schools, if you know what I mean.
Hormones are... So I came on my period at her age around now, if that makes sense. So...
Yeah, look, we're not knocking the school at all. Not at the minute. You know, things are moving in the right direction. I'm not annoyed that she's got a suspension. I'm not annoyed with the school or with Belle. I am a little bit because it was due to a respect thing, and Belle's is now, you know, the respect levels have dropped majorly, haven't they?
Yeah.
But it's that so I was so like that, and you know, with ADHD and age, you get those levels, but that takes time. It takes time and a lot of understanding, and you know, Belle's is fresh. She's fresh to it all.
Yeah.
And you know, the world it's a big scary place, and she's got a hell of a lot to learn. And the way that she's doing it at the minute, you know, it's not good.
Sometimes she needs to learn the hard way. If that makes sense.
It's Dalton when they're going to secondary school, they have a lot of...
See, the thing is, when she first
exactly
started, so I spoke to her form tutor, rang me in the week, and she's like, when she first started, I never noticed her. And then all of a sudden, these past couple of weeks, it's just gone whoosh.
Well, the other way, downhill.
Well, yeah, you know
so
what I mean.
So they get good merits. In the first, they get merited. So throughout the day, they get good merits and bad merits. And
you get points. So she's got like 200 and something positive points, but she's got 50 negative points.
And to put it into context, there's only 3 kids in the school with more negative points than her at the minute. So she's managed to make it to the top 4. But this is all like it's sort of been sprung on as well, isn't it? To us, it's not like hang on, they're getting in touch, going. Yeah.
I think it could have been handled very differently. So like, the incident happened on Monday.
Was it Monday?
But she didn't have time to ring us, so she rang me on Tuesday.
No, baby, you got this wrong.
No, it's Wednesday today.
It's Thursday today.
No, it's not. It's Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, so it was Monday.
So it happened on Monday. She rang me on Tuesday about what had happened.
And we went to have a meeting this morning, and
that got cancelled.
And Belle's was put in isolation for the whole day.
And literally, she walked into the school, they went, "You're going into timeout," and that was it. So, in primary school, she was...
We didn't have this in...
No, we didn't.
But it's a bit different, isn't it? So they're more
independent,
and they've got. There was a lot more help. There was the sub teacher or whatever it was helping.
Yeah.
It's hard because she has got ADHD, and I know what it's like to be set off in the wrong way. So we tread on eggshells round her, because once she goes into a mood, it's really hard for her to snap out of it. Same with me, you know. If I don't do my routine in the morning, or things don't go to plan, and then it sets the day off, and it's a real battle to get through the day to get everything done that you need to get done. And you know, so we've kind of pussyfooted around her, and I don't think that's helped either. So we've got a fine line now of cracking down on her without, I don't know, pushing too. I don't know. It's hard because, you know, when I was like, I look back to when I was growing up, and I think how I was treated, and I think that was wrong. I think I don't want to be like that, but then we're going too far the other way.
Yeah. And
I think it just needs a very good middle ground to deal with.
I think primary school, because there's only two, like, you only have one teacher, so that one teacher can learn how to deal with them 30 kids. But when you're going to different teachers for different subjects, I think it gets too much.
ODD, that's I've got ADHD and ODD, opposite detention disorder. And I'm the same, and a bit of ASL, or I don't. There's so many little ASLs.
So, see, I don't personally agree with homeschooling, only because, and I think it's going to disagree with me here. They need to be independent. They need to go out. They need to see what the big wide world's about. They need to get themselves into trouble to learn from their mistakes. And I feel like being homeschooled, you're not going to have that social life.
I agree with you there. That's the only good bit. My views on schooling are very different. They're very. But that's changed, guys, in the last 3 years, and I think it's changed because of social media and because I've seen what is capable. What was it?
Sorry, guys. Can we not?
Can no one put any school names, please? Otherwise, we're gonna have to block you. I know you obviously probably didn't think it quite through, but please don't put any school names down. We will have. I'm deleting the comments as I see them, but please don't keep doing it because, obvious reasons.
I just saw someone say private all the way. I went to private school.
I went to private school,
and it didn't do me any good.
Didn't do me no favours, but doesn't mean it wouldn't for someone else.
Yeah.
I think.
When we first moved here, we actually looked at private school, and we actually looked at another school as well.
I'm glad we didn't because we would have had to have taken them out. You know that.
Yeah,
when we were down last year on Facebook, and that's one of the major reasons we would never put our child into private school unless we could guarantee that we'll be able to do it all the way through, and we just can't do that.
And I also think with homeschooling, because someone said they have a massive social life, I feel like our kids wouldn't, because we're in the middle of nowhere, and
but they'd have horse riding, gymnastics, and their friends, and
they wouldn't have friends if we homeschooled them.
Why? They'd still go to the horse riding club or whatever, wouldn't they? And gymnastics and things like that.
I don't know. I don't think homeschooling's for me.
I think the major thing is academically, me and Jess aren't that clever at all.
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't be good teachers. I think that's one of the major things.
And I can COVID, homeschooling, no thank you.
That's why they're a year behind.
Like, Jack even tried to homeschool Bells. Do you know what I mean? It was just, nah.
And we're not at that position yet anyway, so I'm hoping this is going to be a turning point for Bells. So.
And I feel like, so there's not many secondary schools around here, and
I did feel like we maybe picked the wrong one for Bells.
Yeah, but so that's what I was going to say. So
to the person that said something earlier that I deleted,
who then apologised for saying
sorry, but yeah, we did.
So
we did.
Both,
we should have. But because of the school that Bells went to last... Sorry.
Go on, crack on. You carry on.
Because of the school that Bells went to last year, all of her friends were going to Zed's school, which meant that's...
So when we were in London and we took them out, we moved here, she had no one, like no friends to begin with. So when she went into a new school, she made loads of friends, and all her friends were going to this particular school. So I didn't want to send her to another school where she'd have to remake friends, because not any of them people in the school were going to the other school, if that makes sense. But I'm hoping this is a step forward now. And that... What are you doing?
Jess, you can get claiming stickers off Amazon.
Calming stickers, Nick.
Oh. ADHD as a child, until you learn how to control it, it does make you... I used to lash out up until probably... no, actually, I still do now occasionally. You know, if you catch me at the right moment, when I mean the right moment, when I'm trying to focus and doing something, my head, and then something else happens, TV might turn on, Jess might walk in the room, Ted might be screaming, and I could just melt, can't I? I'm like, whoa, whoa, and I'm like, I have to get out of the room. But that used to be an outburst and a lash out. I'd be like, fuck off, or that's how it would have been 5 years ago. 10 years ago, ADHD does. It's different for everyone.
What happened there then?
I don't know what happened there. It's different for everyone, but yeah, ADHD can make people lash out. And it's finding out why they're lashing out. So as I just said there, for an example, for me, it's multiple things going on at once. If I'm trying to respond to a message, or say I'm trying to do an email, or write up a business plan for something that we're doing new at the minute, and I'm concentrating on that. So there's background noise anyway, so that I'm doing it while the TV's on in the background. That's two things that my brain's comprehending. You bring a third and fourth into it, and it shuts down and melts. It's like, whoa, overload, and I've done it.
Yeah.
Literally.
But we had a massive talk with the school today, didn't we?
Yeah.
The deputy head, who looked like he was in his, I don't know what.
A nice bloke though.
He was very nice.
And very, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think it's very. I think it's all going in the right direction. So
fingers crossed for the half term. After the half term.
Yeah. Otherwise, things are going to have to be taken away from Bells if it carries on.
Yeah.
More so. She's already had her phone taken off her, and she's already not allowed to go to her club on Saturday. It's very hard. I have two boys with additional needs and ADHD, autistic. Took me a long emotional road to get them where they are today. And I guarantee you have an absolute routine with them. And I think that, anything in life with ADHD, autism, things like that, routine is absolutely key. It's paramount. Do the same things at the same times of the day. It's ready in their head. They know what they're doing. But if you change that routine up, that's when things explode. He ripped the door for school today, getting the test next week. Thank you so much for answering me. No worries. Sorry, I keep not doing. Imagine going to high school and being the kid of the Smithy family. Maybe she's playing up to defend her family. I don't think so at all.
I don't think she needs to defend us. Girls are so good at masking.
Where was that one?
Did they mean it by horrible, though?
I don't know what you meant by that, but not at all. I mean, a lot of people ain't small-minded and things like that, We do a lot of nice things in our community, and we try and make a difference. So, and we are at the minute as well.
Yeah.
So, I have a daughter with ADHD. How can you say, like, yeah, I'm gonna... See, that's going to bother me, because I think, I don't know, maybe, who knows? We can't help what we do now. I
do think ahead of it is a lot to do with hormones. I really do. Since it started in year 6, really, didn't it?
She's got an educational health care plan, hasn't she?
But from the old school. But this, what do you mean?
From our old school, she did, didn't she? So that will hopefully carry over on this one.
Yeah.
I'd love a group where us parents can talk, support each other, and people who are in the same boat. We're here now, and I do talk about it quite oftenly.
So yeah, that was our day.
Really. Yeah, so a long old day. Well, it was. Those good things. We're going to we'll take her with us to the unit tomorrow. She can sit down, do some work, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll have another little talk with her. If she can ask her to keep
a diary of how she's feeling.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
I think it's quite mad in here sometimes, and she just keeps herself to herself, doesn't she? Hormones, what's that, celebrate? ADHD symptoms a lot.
Exacerbate.
I
I wasn't being like, no, I know, but I know you weren't. And then maybe sometimes I think, I don't know. We fell into what we're doing, and it's got a lot of downsides to it. Hell of a lot of downsides, and it does. But I mean, look, fucking hell, what happened to our car and shit like that. It's got its upsides, major upsides. Look what I'm doing and providing, or we're doing and providing for our family in a way that you can only dream of, which has opened my eyes up a hell of a lot more to what I meant by the schooling and how we set our kids up for the future. So yeah, it does think on me. I think, you know, I hope it doesn't affect her. I really do. So, but yeah, so I suppose I know you didn't say it in a bad way, and I think it touched on me because it's something I do worry about. I just hope that there's enough kids that their parents like our videos and watch our videos that maybe they'll stick up for her, is what I think. I hope. And she's got a good group of friends.
Yeah,
a really good group of friends, and they would stick up for her. Not that she'd need it. She can stick up for herself in a non-violent way. But yeah, so that's why it did hit home a bit, because you do worry about it. Of course you do. Right, we're going to go. We'll see you tomorrow. Jess is doing her first boutique live tomorrow, so come and say hello.
And go and have a look on the website. I think it's up and running now.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Night. God bless. Sleep well. We'll see you on the next live.